Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Box Score Sports YouTube channel. We have a big trade that happened, a Woj bomb in the NBA that was crazy. Damian Lillard is now a Milwaukee Buck. And to discuss this trade and very quickly, instant reaction, I have a Milwaukee Bucks fan. He was there when they won the title. Clint, how's it going, man?
Insane. Like I was just telling you before, like my phone buzzed and I'm like, is this a fake account? Like am I getting like a fake Twitter account? It's totally insane and awesome. I'm so jacked right now.
Okay. So you're on cloud nine right now then, right?
Completely, because they didn't have to give up. Not any of their young guys are awesome, but none of the young guys, Brooke and Chris, are still on the team.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just throw the trade out there. This is what the Bucks just got Lillard. That's all they got, right?
Yes.
So they got Lillard. It's a 3-team trade. The Blazers got an unprotected 2029 Milwaukee first, an unprotected Milwaukee swap in 28 and 30, and they also got Ayton, Kamara, and Holiday. And then the Phoenix Suns got Nurkic, Allen, Little, and Keon Johnson. So that's the trade. How you feeling about the fit between Damian Lillard? Let's start with the Bucks because that's your team. Let's just the fit between Dame and Giannis and Middleton.
I don't think it can be better. Because Holiday, he's not like a true point guard. Love the dude, got us the title. We'll always have the steal from Booker. But his pick and roll, while effective with Giannis, he's not, overly dangerous 3-point shooters. His numbers in the regular season are, but in the playoffs, he was almost Drew Bledsoe. He was almost Bledsoe level.
Mm-hmm.
So from that aspect, it's an immediate upgrade. You have to come out on Dame. You can't go under. And you have more space with Brooke and Chris still there. You can space the floor. Like, I don't know if there's a more perfect fit. I mean, you could do Dame and Embiid, but as far as just straight up fit, it's insane.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think those two will work very well together. The question I have is the Holiday trade. He was so important for them defensively. Like you mentioned, the Booker steal. There was just things he could do. Obviously, he couldn't stop Jimmy Butler, but nobody could for three. So I'm not going to sit there and hold that against him. So how important of a loss is it that you guys lost Holiday?
I think in some matchups it will show, but I don't know. There's not many teams where defense is winning a lot right now. You think of his position, even if you play like the Suns again in the finals and he shuts down one guy, well, great. They still have a bunch. Same with the Celtics, like he's a little undersized for some of these teams. So I think in certain matchups, it will be a bit of a problem. In all honesty, like Dame isn't a world-class defender. But right. I think the upside, the Bucks' problems in the playoffs have been on the offensive end, minus that Heat series this past year. They just can't score. No one can make a shot. Now you have two guys at the end of the game between Middleton and Dame that can pull up, that can pick and roll with Giannis and get wide open shots.
Yeah, and like even in the Heat series, they just couldn't make buckets down the stretch. Like so, like you mentioned, Lillard is going to be able to do that. That's crazy. You're happy Grayson's gone, so there's no who do you predict to be the number 2 guard then for the team?
What's his name? They just signed him from the Lakers.
Beasley?
I think Malik Beasley will start. Yeah. I also think a side move to this, because they traded 2 and took in 1, is they'll sign Campaign to be their backup point guard.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Man, that's not a bad backup point guard. He has a good experience. He's up and down though, but that's why he's a backup. Okay. Anything else about the Bucks that you want to discuss before maybe we talk about the other two teams?
I was just excited. I mean, the picks that they gave up, they were going to give up regardless. I mean, we
Right.
talked about giving up the 2030 pick or the 2029 to get Bojan Bogdanovic. This is a little better use of those picks. We've had the conversation with Giannis about wanting to stay or go, which I don't think he really said anything new. It's just the Bucks got to be good. And Damian Lillard makes a whole lot of money coming up, but Drew Holiday is probably going to sign like a 4-year, $220 million extension. That's what he's eligible for coming up. So I think the upgrade, they're both about the same age. Like I think the upgrade offensively is there. And they got to keep their package of young guys who may or may not be anything, but at least you still have that option on the bench. You didn't have to drain all these young guys in the Dame trade.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm stoked for the Bucks fans. I'm gonna miss Holiday a little bit. I think it will come up here and there. If they could have somehow got rid of Middleton instead in this type of deal, but I just think that trade value for Middleton is way less than what you would have got for Holiday. So you almost had to get him up to get Lillard.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about real quick. We don't have to spend a whole lot of time on these other two teams because obviously you're a Bucks fan. We wanted to focus on the Bucks, but let's talk about the Suns. So again, they got Nurkic, Allen, Little, Johnson. So they got a center plus depth. How you feeling about the Suns side of this trade?
I mean, the Suns obviously hate DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, no
Like
doubt.
there's something that, like, I guess for them, DeAndre Ayton, I mean, I don't think he's going to play that big of a role. It seems like after that finals appearance, he is really a bent in his head. I think he needs a fresh start. You would think for DeAndre Ayton you would get more, but I mean, they've shopped him for over a year, and I'm sure it saves. I don't have all the salaries. I'm sure it saves him some money, and like you said, you get some depth, and that's mainly what you need, so you don't have to, run out Booker, KD, and
Deal.
Beal.
Yeah.
45 minutes a game. You can kind of space these in. So I wouldn't complain about it for the Suns. They need to fill out that team, and it's just going to come down to health with them anyhow.
And isn't like Nurkic just like a discount version of Ayton? Basically, they basically do the same thing. So it's he's a little older, but yeah.
He's probably
Okay.
a better rebounder too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, you're right about that. Let's go to the real quick, the Blazers part of it, which they got those picks, but they also got Holiday and Ayton. How we feeling about the Blazers?
I think they did good. It sounds like Holiday is going to get moved again because they don't need another. From the one tweet I saw, like, I'm on my phone, so I haven't been tweet scrolling, but it sounded like they were just going to move Holiday somewhere else because I would feel bad for him stuck in Portland. I think they'll move him somewhere else. But, to get those unprotected picks or pick swaps, 6 years from now, you can't complain with that because 6 years from now, Damian Lillard is probably not going to be around. And in all honesty, Giannis probably won't either. They'll be in their mid to late 30s. So I think it's a good move for them. They got the unprotected picks they wanted, and they'll probably get a couple more for Holiday, which I think they gauge the interest, and Holiday has more trade value than Tyler Hero, I think is what it came down to for making this trade over what the Heat were offering.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe Holiday will end up on the Heat after this. Could you see that? I mean, seriously, I could see that happening.
That would not. Well, see, that would hurt me, but but you know what? I hope he ends up somewhere good. In all fairness, because he was really good for the Bucks. So I hope that he doesn't get sent off to Utah or something and just kind of middling for the next few years.
Yeah, Clippers would be a great spot for him too. So I'm just checking Twitter right now. There's no update on whether Holiday is gonna get moved right now as far as like or where he would get moved. But yeah, that'll be interesting to watch. I really like the Ayton side of this trade too because he's a younger center. He's going to fit in with Scoot and Shaedon Sharp. And if they move Holiday, then they're really on the path to like a youth movement there. They also have Jeremy Grant, which they can figure that out later, but his contract's stupid. But we'll see what they do there. But I like the Ayton aspect as well. Like you said, a fresh start. somewhere new where maybe he can grow. Maybe he'll fit better with Scoot and Sharp and those guys. I actually like this for the Blazers. I don't really think any team really really got the short end of the stick other than maybe the Suns, just because Ayton should have had a little bit more trade value.
Yeah, I would agree. It's one of those like win-win-win trades,
Mhm.
especially when you factor in what they're going to get for Holiday, because I doubt they're going to keep him. I mean, they wanted to get rid of Dame because they would have 4 guards and you want to play your young guys and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's like one of those exciting it's not even a deadline. It's just what is media day on Monday, I think, for the Bucks. So it's just exciting. It kind of came out of nowhere. I know there was a lot of talk that maybe something would happen before media day. And I texted you the other day. I saw the report that like the Raptors were like a slight favorite. And I'm like, well, I don't know about Toronto, but for him to be in Milwaukee, like totally crazy, like just totally disrupted my football season.
I know,
like,
right?
Let's go. Let's start basketball. We'll check in with the 49ers in January.
It is. Yeah, no, it's definitely crazy. Quick, any standout winners or losers just standout winners or losers that you want to hit on real quick?
No, I can't see anyone who like really lost. I mean, Miami, if they don't get Drew Holiday, like their season is just, they let a couple guys go hoping that this trade would come through. And as you said, like on that Bill Simmons podcast, I think they might have tailed off because they were like, well, if Giannis wants to leave after this year, maybe we should leave something for that. So that, who knows, there's always injuries, but that might take this off the table too. So I think Miami, New York, like teams like that maybe are saving up for that. But I wonder if after this you get a Harden trade, like some of these things open up now, like, all right, the best player is settled. Now let's see what else can get done.
That's a good call, James Harden, because he hasn't been traded yet. That, who knows, now they might be like desperate enough to go after him. Yeah, that's a good call. That's something we'll have to keep an eye on, but I'm with you. The only other team outside of these three that I thought was a loser was Miami, just because they had every intention on having Dame in their preseason, in their training camp, all that stuff, but it's not happening anymore. So congratulations, man. I'm excited for the Bucks.
Take that, Miami. You got us in the first round. We got your player.
That's right. Payback, I tell you.
Now we're coming for the sweep like it's 2021 again. We'll just sweep you out of the first round.
There you go. Well, thanks for joining me, Clint.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.